The phenomenon of unawakened, divine masculine twin flames has become a hot topic in spiritual communities, often sparking heated debates and causing confusion, especially among those new to the twin flame journey, while many seek simple answers to this complex dynamic. The reality is far more nuanced and multifaceted than most realize. Before we dive deeper, it's crucial to understand that this isn't about pointing fingers or fixing what appears to be broken. Each twin flame journey is as unique as a fingerprint, crafted perfectly by divine design. When we label divine masculines as unawakened, we're often viewing a complex spiritual process through a limited human lens. Looking at this topic through the eyes of both psychology and spiritual wisdom, we find that what appears as unawakened is actually part of a sophisticated divine orchestration. It's like watching only half of a beautiful dance performance. What might seem like missed steps are actually perfectly choreographed moves in a larger performance. The exploration of this topic requires us to shed our preconceptions and open ourselves to a deeper understanding of the twin flame dynamic. By approaching this subject with impartiality, wisdom, and an open heart, we can begin to appreciate the perfect divine timing that governs all aspects of the twin flame journey, including the awakening process. Let me share something that might completely transform your understanding of divine masculine energy. Human nature represents a magnificent tapestry where golden threads of masculine energy and silver threads of feminine energy interweave to create something breathtakingly beautiful. That's what exists within each of us, regardless of our physical form. You see, we've been looking at this all wrong. When we talk about divine masculine being stuck, we're actually missing the deeper truth. Divine masculine isn't a person or a gender. It's an energy that flows through every single one of us, like a river of strength and purpose that runs parallel to our divine feminine stream. Think of it like having both the sun and moon within you, each playing its unique and vital role in your internal cosmos. The divine masculine isn't waiting to be awakened. It's already awake, just expressing itself in ways we might not recognize, as many spiritual teachers have observed. This energy manifests differently in each person, like how the same sunlight creates unique patterns through different stained glass windows. When we release the misconception that divine masculine energy is somehow stuck, we open ourselves to a profound truth. What we're witnessing isn't stagnation, but transformation. Like a seed beneath the soil, tremendous growth is happening beneath the surface, even when we can't see it. The divine masculine energy is often doing its most powerful work when it appears to be dormant to our human eyes. Consider this. In nature, the mighty oak doesn't question its growth process, nor does the caterpillar doubt its metamorphosis. Similarly, divine masculine energy follows its own perfect rhythm of expansion and evolution. What might look like being unawakened to our limited human perspective is actually a sophisticated dance of energy, working in perfect harmony with universal timing. This understanding invites us to shift from judgment to wonder, from frustration to appreciation. Every person's journey with their divine masculine energy is as unique as a fingerprint, carrying its own divine timing and sacred purpose. Rather than asking why some seem stuck, we might instead marvel at the infinite ways this energy expresses itself through each soul's unique journey. Remember, the most powerful transformations often happen in the quiet spaces, in the moments when it seems like nothing is happening at all. Just as a master sculptor knows exactly how to shape each curve and angle, the universe knows precisely how and when each person's divine masculine energy will fully express itself. Let me share something profound about the matrix twin phenomenon that might completely transform how you see your twin flame journey. Imagine two master dancers performing an intricate cosmic ballet, one dancing in the spotlight while the other moves through the shadows, both equally crucial to the performance's magic. This is the essence of the matrix twin dynamic. What we often misunderstand as one twin being less awakened is actually a sophisticated spiritual strategy. Think of it like this. While one twin explores the heights of spiritual awareness, the other serves as an anchor, keeping one foot firmly planted in the physical world. It's not a flaw in the design, it's the design itself, perfect in its divine orchestration. The matrix twin lives a normal life without getting into spiritual awareness. But this doesn't mean they are spiritually less advanced, as experienced twin flame guides often remind us. In fact, they might be carrying more spiritual maturity than their counterpart, choosing to play this grounding role for the highest good of both twins. Picture a beautiful bridge spanning between two realms, the physical and the spiritual. The matrix twin becomes that bridge, creating a vital connection that allows both energies to flow and merge. They're not unawakened. They're actually doing some of the most challenging spiritual work there is, often without even knowing it consciously. What's fascinating is how this dynamic serves both twins' evolution. While one twin might appear to be in the matrix, they're actually holding space in the 3D world, creating a safe harbor for both twins to eventually anchor their combined spiritual achievements. It's like having one partner scout ahead while the other secures the base camp. Both roles are equally vital for the journey's success. The beauty of this dance lies in its perfect imperfection. The matrix twin feels the connection just as deeply, but experiences it through a different lens, through the heart, rather than through spiritual concepts and terminology. They might not speak the language of spirituality, but they speak the universal language of love, often expressing it through actions rather than words. Remember, your twin's role as a matrix twin isn't a limitation, it's their superpower. They're not missing anything. They're fulfilling their sacred mission exactly as planned. In this divine dance, every step, even those that seem to move away from awakening, is actually moving both twins closer to their ultimate union. This understanding invites us to release judgment and embrace the perfect symmetry of this spiritual partnership, where each twin plays their unique role in this cosmic dance of awakening. Imagine a mighty oak tree that's been growing in a particular direction for decades, and suddenly it's asked to bend in a completely new way. This is the profound challenge that many face during their emotional awakening journey. It's not just about becoming more spiritual. It's about completely reimagining what strength and power truly mean. Here's a truth that might shake you to your core: that resistance to emotional awakening isn't actually resistance at all. It's a deep, cellular level rewiring of generations of conditioning. Think about it. How many times have you heard phrases like, "Men don't cry," or "keep your emotions in check"? These aren't just casual sayings. They're programming that runs deep in our collective consciousness. When a masculine energy begins to awaken emotionally, it's like asking a master chess player to suddenly play with their eyes closed. Everything they've known about how to win at life suddenly feels useless. This journey isn't about weakness. It's about discovering a completely new kind of strength. Consider this. In many traditional societies, warriors would weep openly before and after battle, understanding that emotional expression was a source of power, not weakness. Somewhere along the way, we lost this wisdom. Now, when divine masculine energy begins to awaken emotionally, it's often experiencing what feels like a tsunami of feelings that have been locked away for lifetimes. The awakening process can feel like standing in the middle of an earthquake. Everything solid and familiar starts to shake and crumble. Old ways of being, thinking, and feeling begin to dissolve. It's not just about learning to feel. It's about unlearning everything you thought you knew about what it means to be strong, to be powerful, to be worthy. But here's the beautiful mystery. What appears as emotional chaos is actually perfect divine orchestration. Each tear that falls, each moment of vulnerability, each instance of allowing feelings to surface is actually an act of immense courage. It's not about becoming weak, it's about becoming whole. Remember, dear ones, this journey isn't about fixing something broken. It's about remembering something forgotten. The divine masculine isn't learning something new when it awakens emotionally. It's remembering an ancient truth that's been buried under layers of societal conditioning. Like a flower breaking through concrete, this emergence might seem destructive at first, but it's actually a beautiful testament to the unstoppable power of authentic self-expression. Imagine a master composer creating a magnificent symphony, every note, every pause, every crescendo perfectly timed. That's exactly how divine timing works in the twin flame journey. What we perceive as stuck is actually a masterfully orchestrated pause in the cosmic composition. Think about this. In nature, a flower doesn't question why it blooms in spring rather than winter. The ocean doesn't wonder why its tides must follow the moon's rhythm. Similarly, divine masculine awakening follows a sacred timeline that's far more sophisticated than our human minds can comprehend. Divine timing isn't about waiting, it's about becoming, as spiritual teachers often remind us. When we label someone as stuck, we're actually witnessing a soul gathering exactly the experiences they need for their ultimate transformation. It's like watching a master chef prepare a complex dish. Each ingredient must be added at precisely the right moment for the flavors to develop perfectly. What's fascinating is how this divine timing operates on multiple levels simultaneously. While the unawakened twin appears to be in the matrix, they're actually doing crucial groundwork, processing ancestral karma, clearing generational patterns, and preparing the foundation for a profound awakening that will serve not just their journey, but the collective consciousness as well. Consider this perspective. What if every moment of seeming delay is actually a gift? Each experience in the matrix, each relationship, each challenge is actually preparing your twin for the magnitude of awakening that's to come. Like a butterfly in its chrysalis, the divine masculine isn't stuck. They're undergoing a transformation so complete that it requires perfect timing for every stage. Remember, dear ones, your twin's journey isn't separate from yours. It's intricately woven into the same divine tapestry. Their timing is your timing. Their growth is your growth. When you trust in divine timing, you're not just accepting their journey. You're honoring the sacred dance of awakening that you're both engaged in. The mystery isn't in why they haven't awakened yet. The mystery is in the perfect orchestration of events that will lead to their awakening at exactly the right moment. Just as the universe knows precisely when a star will be born, it knows exactly when each twin will step into their awakened state. Trust in this divine choreography. Your role isn't to push or pull, it's to dance your own part with grace, knowing that every step, every pause, every spin is perfectly timed in this cosmic ballet of awakening. The journey of divine masculine awakening deserves a deeper, more nuanced understanding than simple labels of stuck or unawakened. Let me expand this conclusion with some vital perspectives that bring our discussion full circle. First and foremost, we must acknowledge that what appears as stuckness is actually a sacred part of the divine plan. Nature takes its time. The awakening process follows its own perfect timing. That isn't about fixing something broken. It's about honoring the unique spiritual evolution of each soul. Remember, true spiritual maturity isn't measured by how quickly we awaken, but by how deeply we honor and respect each soul's unique journey. By focusing on our own growth while holding space for our twins' process with unconditional love, we actually contribute more to the journey than any attempt to force or rush awakening ever could. Let's close with this empowering truth. Every divine masculine is exactly where they need to be on their path. Trust in the divine timing, focus on your own healing, and watch how the magic of this sacred connection unfolds in its own perfect way.